Cuts the game like big pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, kept on my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Gang time in it. Gang time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Gang time. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
The folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, here we go.
The slot man in motion right. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's swung out wide to Harris. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run again with Harris. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll give this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you. I would actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they saw some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
Across the formation, he hits Austin.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Throwing is Hurts.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They begin with Henry.
And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Henry out of the pistol. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first time, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try to pick up that third, isn't it?
I thought he had it for a second, but you're right, not to be. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Hurts. His throw caught right around the 6. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Returnable here from the 38. 21-0 our score after 1. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. A first down carry for Henry. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Browns on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
He finds Austin complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. They'll set up a throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Steelers are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes this 35-0 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Steps away to his left.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. On the move to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the 1st.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry.
And he'll take this down to the 33.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 33 yards that time.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are able to at least get one score back. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll drop to throw.
Austin is there and brings in another one.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand, and Hurts fumbles it.
But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down.
They'll look to throw here. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Back to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll set up to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Calvin Austin
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Steelers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Boswell good with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Now then, after the sack. It'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out and take pride in your work and try and put something together here in the second half.
That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they have to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
19, Tiger, 19.
Now a handoff to Henry.
He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
On 4th down, Herbert. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Herbert now.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But we saw that they had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Herbert throwing again.
Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29.
And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down.
Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So the drive will continue. After the conversion on 4th, they'll work from the 20 on first down.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Here's Herbert. They set up the screen for Henry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Herbert. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back to throw here, Herbert. And right side, Henry's got it. Touchdown! Derrick Henry. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Browns are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Completes it to Austin. And some space here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Come on.
Here's Hurts to throw. Very quick throw. He's got Myers. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. The partner is still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter.
And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Drake London from 13 yards out.
And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Herbert, and he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now Herbert off the bootleg. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Browns. Austin Hooper, his 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Throwing is Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Drake London
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Boswell good with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Hurts going across the formation. He finds Freiermuth. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions from that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. Play action. It's Herbert. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Steelers, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll look to get